I think it's time to have an honest conversation about this. So it's time to talk about women. You may not know this about me, but I am indeed a woman. Shocking, I know, because right now I'm currently wearing a men's t-shirt, but clothes don't define you, but that is not the point. The reason why I wanted to state this is because my opinion is, with this topic right now, very, 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 very important. Clink, clink to that. But it's not my voice, and not my voice only that should matter in this conversation, but rather a majority of the voice. And the majority of voices want change. And this is where I'm going to aim it directly at you. I'm pointing not at AEW as a promotion, and everyone knows where I stand with promotions right now. They all stink unless you're a Tokyo Joshi Pro. But also the fans who talk but don't show a lot of action. There's a lot of people who slowly all throughout the time of AEW starting always complain about the same thing. And I want to address that a little bit. You see, when it comes to this certain thing, and this thing is the women's division, the same thing always goes, it's time and it's story. Now, I'm a lover of a story. If you know from my Kenny series, you would know that I appreciate a really good story, and I see a story in everything. So when the stories that I've seen in the women's division get completely shut down after like a month, or never mentioned until like a weird tournament, I think it's easy to assume that the problem is within the source itself. And that's not going into the whole thing of time, because newsflash, you can have a women's main event. Don't you worry about your little men. Because women deserve to be main eventers. But you just can't. You just can't see the reality of it. And I think that's unfortunate. Let's talk about our three champions for one moment, because I kind of want to take appreciation to each of them. Each of them has not only done amazing things with their reign, with what you've given them, but also continue on to be amazing wrestlers. They can show, and especially during COVID, what they can actually produce instead of sitting in the crowds. But it feels like sitting in the crowds is the only option, and I don't want that anymore. So this is my short but open letter to the following people. I want to have a deeper conversation about this. I want to get notes down. I want to talk about this. I don't want to pay $50 fucking for it. I want to talk about how you can improve this through the eyes of a fan who genuinely fucking loves women's wrestling. So to the people who've been so vocal about it, so Branding, Cody Rhodes, to the person who I believe deserves more, Kenny Omega, and to Tony Khan. This is I guess an email or an open letter of discussion to not have a debate about this, but rather have a conversation on the platform that you love all your conversations to be on, and that is Zoom and not through Twitter or anything. I want to have a conversation about women, and I want to have a conversation about it properly. I want to know that I can see better, and I want to know that if this COVID thing passes and if people can be allowed back in, that you're not just going to waste them. I want stories, I want dramatics, I want friendships, I want something. And I want to talk to you about it all. Because I want to be the voice for so many. Even if that means just making video after video. And I hope you respond back. Even if it means people tagging you constantly.